Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Rosie here, and I play Dead by Daylight, so you don't have to. So after yesterday's stream, I was a little I was a little salty after yesterday's stream, lads, because the first half of the stream went so well, and then the second half of the stream did not go so well. So I decided to come and do a little bit of experimenting. And one of the things that I discovered was the fact that I wanted to spice up the chase a little bit. And the way I have been doing that is with the addition of the perk Save the Best for Last. This is something I'm starting to experiment with on multiple characters, specifically the hit and run style of character that's very much struggling right now in Dead by Daylight. This is something that, I haven't seen many people discussing or talking about, but I think that Save the Best for Last now in this new meta is different, okay? And let me explain why. So, if y'all know my former take on Save the Best for Last, you will know that I found it to be a very useless perk. And the reason for that is the fact that by the time, if you wanted to play Dead by Daylight in the way that survivors want you to, and you want to prioritize hooks, okay? If you want to go around in a rank-based system, hit people down, one hook, go around, leave the hook, you know what I mean? The hook somebody and leave playstyle, by the time you were actually at 8 stacks of Save the Best for Last, the game was over. You had enough hooks on the board, and your pressure was adequate enough to where Save the Best for Last wasn't a reason that you were winning, okay? However, times have changed. Circle of Healing, Pitch a Tent meta, the camping game is now super duper muy importante. Hit and run is completely useless, okay? That's what's happening right now in Dead by Daylight. So a lot of the hit and run characters are struggling to adapt, alright? They're struggling to meet the needs of this new meta because Circle of Healing is a fucking stupid ass perk that shouldn't be in the game, okay? And no matter how MMR tells them, how much MMR tells them that you shouldn't put that perk in the game, it's clear that it's clear the devs wanted it for some fucking reason. Thank you, ranking system, for the final gift that was the boons and Circle of Healing. Okay, so that's what we know. So what is going on with Save the Best for Last now? Okay, basically, it is. I'm not going to say the perk is meta because I certainly don't think it is. If you were actually playing a team that was prioritizing the escapes versus I need to rescue everybody and get the hell out, this perk probably, admittedly, still wouldn't be doing much for you. But we live in this kind of system where the survivors just they feel like they have to get all the rescues. Okay, especially in the camping-based meta. What you can see is that Save the Best for Last can help you do one explosive pop-off. Okay, it's actually going to help you, as you'll see in this game. And when we play Hag, a character that we kind of struggled with yesterday without the perk, where we kind of play her in a way that kind of makes more sense now in this new camping-based meta. Basically, what we know about Hag is that she struggles to get that first down, right? And even then, she can kind of struggle to keep control of the match if the teams are good. Hag is kind of overrated, not going to lie to y'all. But so she can keep that, she struggles with that first down. You can find yourself kind of bouncing around a lot. So here's what we do. Okay, and I know Circle of Healing's in this game. You won't get to hear it go up because we turned the game audio down. But, so, we kind of go to start by very basic shit, just kind of setting traps by some of the generators. But what we're prioritizing right now, we know we struggle with the first down anyway. We're all about stacks right now. We want to go in, set up the map a little bit, get that fucking breakable, get some gens set up. We want stacks on Save the Best for Last because we know our play isn't here yet. Okay? When we are ready to explode, we're going to know about it. Okay? So we know we're going to be 110, struggling with some of the some of this early game issues. So we found somebody, stack, okay? Now, if you can get the first down, great. We probably could have left her here, but, we wanted to challenge her, kind of feel out the survivors, see how good they are. We got another survivor here. We checked that's not the obsession. Take another stack. Easy. We don't care if they heal, because all we care about are the stacks. It kind of moves the circle of healing bullshit. Like, you don't really care if they're healing because you got the stack out of it. There is a reason for you to go hit the guy. If they heal with circle of healing, there is no reason for you to have just done what you did. You know what I'm saying to you? But if you hit the guy and you get a stack on say the best for last, you still have done something with that hit. It still did something in your action economy. Which I'm going to have to make this video to explain why action economy is actually in Dead by Daylight, even though it's kind of a board game term. It's different from time management, slightly, because, well, I mean, you could say it's time management, but, like, I think just calling it time management oversimplifies it a bit, because I think action economy versus time management, it really helps to distinguish between characters when you just say time management. Time management's kind of like a broad thing. If you talk about the Hag's action economy, it's a way more specific thing to how she actually does time management. But that's a video for a different day. We have 2 stacks right now. We were chasing Feng Min, and we don't really have a board, nor do we have nor was that who we care about. So we just fucking left her. Because if we hit her, we'll get a hit, but then she'll run to the circle of healing totem and heal. So we know we have 2 survivors. We don't care which one we hit. We got a trap. I was hoping that was Claudette, but it was Feng Min. We have her. We know that this is very much a guaranteed hit, but it's a choice that we're making, and it's like I don't really want to hit her. It's kind of guaranteed if I were to pursue her, but like I'd rather go after these clowns. 3 stacks. Our downs are coming. We know it, because we are at 3 stacks. But and so like the more like that cooldown is actually super it's a super big problem with chasing survivors. All right, 4. We're already halfway to the win condition because hit and run has allowed us to do something. Hit and run has made us stronger throughout the game, which is again in a meta where you were prioritize hooks. This perk wouldn't see this kind of play. There's a boon. There's a circle of healings here. Get rid of it. Okay, so we have our first down with 5 stacks of Save the Best for Last. That is usable. That is usable. That we don't actually get to use it because they get a sneaky heal because we know the gens are coming. We know that the gens are coming. So we want to go. Ruin's gone, so we want to go hit something with Pop and just kind of manage the map a little bit. I was hoping that they would kind of be scared because we're Hag to kind of go in and get the rescue. So it would allow me to actually manage the board a little bit, but no fear Shakespeare from these guys. They go ahead and just do it, like, as soon as we get over here. So we're looking at this map. We don't care about that one in the corner. We want to kind of manage these. But we're at 5 stacks, though. So we're actually coming along pretty nicely. It's like, well, what the hell are you talking about? You like, Rosie, you have 1 hook, and the gens are starting to progress. Well, yes, that's true, but in this kind of meta, especially with this particular character, that doesn't particularly matter. Because this character likes to be explosive and win off of 1 play. Now, this perk was always good on her. Space Coconut has always recommended this perk on her. But, like, only now, I think, in this particular meta, I think she can take advantage of it to its fullest potential. Especially since, like, we can kind of play like this now. So we come back over here. We want to get this set up because we want to make sure kind of keep the game over here. Now the plan was originally for the 3-gen over here, and I'm looking at that board right now, and I'm going, we're kind of set up. So I was going to do 1 quick survey and then go back over there because all of these gens are kind of protectable as Hag. We kind of see that this one has a lot of work done on it, and we see some scratch marks from Jakey Poo over there, who is probably their best player. If I had to guess, he is their best guy. I think this is we kind of chase him, but we know we're not actually going to chase him. We want to go over here and check this gen because we know our play's coming. Now I can hear shit. Gonna get rid of that. I guess so. I'm not gonna get rid of that. Like, why am I not getting rid of that? Kick the pallet, Rosie. You're a big advocate of this. They're a big advocate of pallet kicking. Okay, so there. We found the survivor who I believe is their weakest. We saw another survivor on the left, so we kind of know where two people are right now. So we know that this chase is kind of safe because we know that the half of them are not on the gens. And we know that as soon as we hit this, we're going to be at 7 stacks to save the best for last. Which means they can either take the win and get out, but that ain't so Survivor. Survivors like to four-man you, right? And that's just how they be. So we are going to take them over here because we hear, you can't hear it, but I hear the gen being worked on. So we're going to go put her here and then pop that gen to kind of buy us a little bit more time. Now here we go. We are at 7 stacks. The Claudette just dropped the pallet thinking I was chasing her. Boom, mistake right there. Boom, boom. One mistake was punished by save the best for last. Now look how we looking, boys. How are we looking right now? Very different. We have one slug, one hook, with 8 stacks to save the best for last in play. We see another survivor who is not the obsession take a quick hit there. He has no idea we have saved the best for last at 8 stacks. He is going to get absolutely fucked. There, how about that? Look at that, gamers. If we did not have 8 stacks to save the best for last, we are not in this situation. Just pure and simple. Just pure and simple. By prioritizing those stacks rather than our kind of power, we now are kind of set up in a way that we like. Now this person dies. Good. Dead. And now we're going to go get Jakey Poo so he doesn't unbreakable up. Because Claudette probably doesn't have it. That's kind of what we know. And would you check this out, lads? We're right by basement. One gen, they're all kind of near me, as well as we got Pop Goes the Weasel and 8 stacks to save the best for last. It doesn't matter how long this takes, we've secured at least a tie. With just a few short plays. It's efficiency. It's efficiency, gamers. Save the best for last helps you be efficient and helps you distribute hits a bit more freely than you would otherwise. Smash that gen with Pop. Make sure that starts regressing. They would be fools to come do that one. And just punish this over-altruism. Like, they have no chance to get this rescue. We are hag at 8 stacks. We have, like, what? Second best basement control in Dead by Daylight? Second or third? Like, no, they're done, dude. They could go get the gens done and get out, but then we didn't lose. So we are already at a situation where there's no way we've lost this game. And it only took just a few short plays. Try to get that pallet down, which I believe we did. Boom. We're gonna go ahead and take this down. It'll lower our stacks back down to 4. But we're so well into the game. But then the Claudette shows up, and it's like, well, I don't have to get the stacks down now. We saved the stack by hitting the Claudette first. Because it nerfs body blocking to an extreme degree, in a meta where survivors are coming down in groups more often than not to get rescues, free stack, I can go ahead and hit you with my reduced cooldown, and then your body blocking is slightly worse. I kind of got the idea to try this perk out in response to the increased amount of 2 survivors doing rescues lately that I've seen at high MMR. At least what I'm determining is high MMR. The devs won't let us see the actual MMR, which sucks. I still think they need to do that. But would you look at that? Go heal. I don't care. The obsession's now on the hook. So anybody that we hit now is now a free stack. That's the glory of hooking the obsession. And if they try to force this, they can't win. This is the arrogance of Survivor. They think that every situation is kind of within their capability to do. And again, 4-man Swift, sure, but you ain't 4-man no more. We got a guy. We know we can take that hit. The Claudette will come in. Sorry, we do not have as much of a cooldown as you thought that we do. She Kobe's, I think, which blows ass. But the Claudette was not anticipating the Kobe, so she went down into the basement anyway. And we're right back where we were. Now, if the Kobe didn't happen, we would be having a kill and a hook. We would have a slug and a hook, which we would hook the Claudette and then go just kill the Jake and win the match. So, kind of unlucky, but that's the story of my life. But this kind of thing could apply to other characters, too. I'm going to try this on Freddy, because I think he is a hit and run. I want to try this on Sadako. I want to try it on... I already did try it on Demogorgon. Survivors are still really good, and Demo's still kind of shit. But, you know, once it goes off on Demo, he can get kind of some of the same plays. The thing about this perk is that it really helps the 115 killers deal with the hook rush that is starting to take place at the higher MMRs to secure these hook rescues. And again, I'm not saying that that the hook rush is the correct play. It's just that at these MMRs, the survivors don't want to just take their losses and do gens and leave. That's just not what they want to do. And if they did, this perk is worse, which I've already admitted at the top of the video. If you play a Swift that just says leave, dude, then yeah, it's not gonna go your way. Look at that. We got 2 hits in the span of what, 3-4 seconds. Boom, got it down. Easy. It's easy. Once you're set up like this, it's kind of funny how much our power did help us defend the basement there, but even how much a character like Hag can kind of attack this idea of the camping killer in a very traditional way with this perk attached to her. She's a character that plays differently, but if you slap this perk on her, it can kind of conventionalize her a little bit in a way, because it'll make her lethality stronger in a more conventional sense. As well as a non-conventional sense with the camping, no one's really going to see that coming. So, that's just something that I recommend that you try, because, in this meta right now, you need whatever you can get. Okay? The 4 slowdowns, they've seen it before. This is the kind of meta where, I don't want to say it's the kind of meta, but this is the kind of, the comfort zone where the game is now going in a direction where, you can identify what the actual meta is, whereas before you couldn't do that, so gimmicks were a bit harder to do. But now, in a meta where, when the survivors have played all the slowdown perks in a bit more consistent fashion because of MMR, if you slap on a gimmick, they might not see it coming for most of the time, because they're expecting you to have the slowdowns. And again, they know 3 of our perks, they don't know our last one, and they identified it, even if they did, a bit too late. Especially when I don't think this perk is seeing much play right now. It can really be an ace in the hole against some of these teams that are really trying to just straight up cuck you in that hook interaction by blasting through you with their just massive health states. Okay, because that's something that a lot of survivors are really doing right now against anybody that's not Bubba, Myers, Hillbilly, any character with an instant down like that. Not to say that it's even bad on it. I don't know if Myers still might like it. But you can kind of make an argument for it right now in this kind of environment. Which again, if they nerf camping, which they said they're going to do, this video might not even be relevant anymore by the time that nerf, whatever it is, gets into the game. But for right now, this can be a sneaky ace in the hole for you to get some wins, especially against unsuspecting, cocky, arrogant survivors that at the end of the match are trying to be assholes. Alright, lads. I think that's pretty much all I got to say. I think I've kind of made my point here with why I think this perk... Again, good is not the word I'm going to choose. I'm going to choose gimmick, because it's something that you can catch people off guard with, but it is countered by the true meta of Dead by Daylight, which is the guy on the hook just says, guys, get the hell out. It still is countered by that, but survivors don't want to do that because they see I don't know, I don't know why. Even when it's just so ingrained in the survivor culture of this game that if the guy's on the hook at the end, you go back and try to get him. But in Identity V's culture, it's much more get the hell out. That's much more accepted in Identity V. But it's not so Dead by Daylight. All right, lads, I'm getting the hell out of here. GG's. Again, try that perk. You will be surprised, as I was.